Well, welcome inside the SNY Broadcast Center. Justin Horowitz, joined with the face of one of harness racing's fastest-growing breeding and racing operations, Crawford Farms. Michelle Crawford's my guest. Michelle, welcome to the Meadowlands. Thanks for being with me.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Well, it's great to have you here. Now, some people may not know Crawford Farms actually dates all the way back to 1966. It's been family-owned for generations, but you and your husband, Al, have really taken it to a whole new level the last couple of years. Give us the backstory on Crawford Farms and what you guys have been up to up there in central New York.
Building, and more building. We have been expanding. We've taken on new acreage. We are building barns, hay barns. We're growing our own hay now. It's getting to the point where we're trying to feed a lot of retirees, a lot of racehorses, a lot of brood mares. It's getting big.
Well, it's great to see so much investment in the sport, especially these days in harness racing. How did you fall in love with harness racing and horses, though?
Well, I fell in love with the boy first, then the horses, and it's just kind of gone from there. We have probably 150 total now, and we have about 40 plus racehorses, and we're up to about 70 brood mares, and it just keeps going.
Well, that's fantastic. Now, coming up on July 17th here at the Meadowlands, we have a big event. It's the night before the Meadowlands Pace. You're hosting the Think Pink charity dinner here at the Meadowlands to benefit the Carol M. Baldwin Breast Cancer Research Fund. I know it's a cause that's very near and dear to you. It's a personal cause for you. Give us some more information about that event.
Yeah, it was late fall last year. I found out that I had breast cancer. It was a little bit of a shock. Not something that anybody wants to hear, especially at 47 years old. And I just jumped into the warrior mode. You know, I bought horses at Lexington before I had my surgery. I had a double mastectomy in November, and I'm cancer-free. So if I can do anything with everything I've been through, I want to be able to share the wealth and tweet it out and get it out there that we're having this event at this wonderful location. Try to introduce people to our amazing sport, and if we get 4 or 5 new enthusiasts for harness racing, then I've done my job and I've brought awareness to breast cancer research.
Well, it's so great that you are cancer-free. Congratulations
Thank
on
you.
that. That's wonderful. So the event, July 17th, tickets are $100. It includes dinner, a race program, a silent auction.
Yes.
You can buy tickets on Ticketmaster, right?
Yes, you can buy them on Ticketmaster. You can contact Crawford Farms. You can do, you know, multiple. You can contact the Meadowlands. Everyone's willing to help out with that, and it's going to be a fun night. We have a silent auction. We have the races. We have Stephen Baldwin here. He's going to present the trophy to some of the races, and yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Fantastic event. Again, it's July 17th. You can also go on the Meadowlands website. There's a link to purchase tickets there too, so we'd love to see a lot of people come on out for a great night.
Yes, it'll be fun.
Now, we've seen Crawford Farms a lot in harness racing. We see you on the starting car at Vernon. We see the Crawford Farms Trot at Vernon Downs that Sebastian K won last year. We've also seen the Crawford Farms Meadowlands Pace. You signed on to be the title sponsor for the next 3 years here at the Big M. So why was it so important, and why is it so important for Crawford Farms to put itself so front and center in harness racing now?
You know, we're breeders. We're breeders. We like the racing end of the business. I buy in totally to what Jeff Gorell thinks in what he's doing. My husband and I have been very active in trying to bring, you know, everybody together as far as the sport is concerned, and trying to bring it to a national level. I think we have something so great, and when you watch the thoroughbreds, you're like, why isn't our sport on national TV? Why aren't we being hyped up at the same level that the thoroughbreds are? And we believe strongly in that. So.
Well, that's great. We're happy to have you as a partner here at the Meadowlands and in harness racing. Now, if you haven't been up to Crawford Farms, I strongly urge you to take the ride up to Central New York. It's right by Vernon Downs, so make a trip of it. Go up to Vernon Downs also. You told me over 1,000 acres now at Crawford Farms?
Yes. Yep, we've expanded. We just keep buying land to retire horses on.
Well, that's fantastic. And
we're growing our own hay, too. So if we can feed them, I can keep them.
Absolutely.
That's
and there's
the
plenty
motto.
of land in Central New York. You'll never run out of land up there. Now, you have, what you said, 70 brood mares, and how many brood mares? Do you have some famous ones that people know of? And
well, we have No Pan, No Gain. She's a Breeders' Crown mare, and she obviously is the dam of Crazy Wow. And we've been following him and rooting for him and his connections. We're very proud of that.
And Crazy Wow, if you don't know, just won the Empire Breeders'
Yes.
Classic at Vernon
Yep.
Downs in a track record time. He's one of the top 3-year-old trotters for Ron Burke. We'll see him at Pocono this weekend,
Yep.
racing in the Earl Beal. So how many yearlings are you going to sell this year? You guys sell at the big yearling sales.
Yep, we're selling at Morrisville. We're supporting the Morrisville State College heavily, and then we also are going to Lexington this year. We have 25 total. And next year, so far we have, as far as in full broodmares, we have 46 and still counting.
That's fantastic.
Yes,
and
so we've tripled our stock.
And you're breeding to the stallions in New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania. You're supporting everybody.
Yes, we have 3 in fold at Muscle Hill this year, 4 in fold at Trixton we've supported. Father Patrick, we have 3. Sweet Lou, we jumped on that bandwagon. We love Sweet Lou, and you know, we're just happy to support New Jersey, Pennsylvania. We're branching out from New York State, but we're still supporting New York State heavily.
Well, that's fantastic. Sweet Lou, it's good to get on that bandwagon, too. Now, you're also owners, not just breeders. So
yes.
From an ownership standpoint, you told me, keeping with the pink theme, there's a few 2-year-old fillies that you're extra excited about this year.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
We have a 2-year-old Rock and Roll Heaven filly, Angels Rockin' Pink. She starts next Wednesday in Buffalo. We're very excited about her 2 qualifiers. She paced in 54 and a piece. Angels Rockin' Pink, I have a credit winner filly, Pink Power, that we bought at Lexington in Warriors Wear Pink. She's with Nancy Johansson, and she's a Donato. And I named them all after my pink theme because I want to donate part of their 2- and 3-year-old campaigns to charity. So it's a little bit special for me. They've all made it there. I think they're going to be great, and I can't wait to follow them.
Well, we'll definitely be rooting for them for your
Thanks.
sake and also for all the good that they'll do by racing well. Now, for people who also don't know, your family's had a lot of success in business, a company that your husband helped found, Bankers Healthcare Group. What kind of lessons do you think harness racing can learn from the business world where you guys have had a lot of success before you've come into harness racing?
You know, it was very small where we came from, where he came from when I met him, and I think that the harness racing, you have to treat people delicately. I think it's a business. I think it's dealing with people in different mentalities and wanting to see people be successful. I think it's a very small sport. I think it's a very tight sport, so I think there's a lot of personalities involved. And I think just being able to navigate through that on a breeder's, you know, from a breeder's perspective and from an owner's perspective, and it gets a little bit hairy when you're doing both, but we try to appease and we try to make happy, and at the end of the day we want everyone to succeed, so we really want to support all facets of the sport.
Well, that's really great, and one way you are supporting the sport, we already talked about the Crawford Farms Meadowlands Pace, but today you had a couple of females that everybody in harness racing knows. You guys were doing a photo shoot to help promote the pace. Tell us about that.
Yes, Wendy Ross, Jen Bongiorno, and Heather Vitale. We all got together and we said, you know what, girl power. We're females that are very active in the sport. And I just grabbed them and I said, let's do a photo shoot, let's kiss that trophy and like hand it off. And you know, we're just excited about it because we're very much fans. It's a male-dominated sport, and I'm hoping to change that.
Well, that's fantastic. We're really happy to have you and
Great,
Crawford Farms involved in harness racing. You're a great partner to the Meadowlands and Vernon Downs and Tioga Downs and hopefully everyone else in harness racing and well. And again, we want to remind everybody, buy your tickets for the Think Pink charity event. July 17th. It's $100. The money goes to a great cause. Obviously, you go on Ticketmaster, Crawford Farms website, Meadowlands website. Get your tickets now. Should be a great event. Michelle, thanks for being with us tonight.
Thank you for having us, and good luck to everyone racing tonight.
And good luck to Crazy Wow and all the other Crawford Farms owned horses this year. That's Michelle Crawford, my guest in the Sulky. Coming up, Wendy Ross, the photo shoot star, joins me to tee up tonight's racing action. We'll be back right after this.
You're from my neighborhood, you got 3 ways out. You could join the army, you could get mobbed up.